What is meant by efficiency?
Input by output by input.
Output by input. What is the output, DC or AC?
AC.
Output.
DC is output. DC is output.
DC. Okay.
By
PDC by PAC. Okay. Next parameter.
Peak inverse voltage.
What is meant by peak inverse voltage? It is a maximum reverse bias voltage.
That can withstand.
Right. That a diode can withstand. Next.
Regulation.
Okay. Formula for regulation.
P
No load
no
minus.
load minus V full load by
Full load.
V full load
Right.
into 100.
Next. What is ripple factor? This is very important. You can expect the same for short question also. Gamma is, two formulas are there for this.
RMS
Form
value of AC
root of
component of wave
RMS
by
value of
average DC
Under
value.
root form factor square minus 1 is 1. Next is
RMS value of AC
RM.
component of wave by DC value.
RMS value of AC component of wave by DC. So I hope you are clear. So now let us see what is meant by transformer utilization factor. Any idea on this? What is meant by transformer utilization factor? What is transformer utilization factor?
DC power to be delivered to the load.
Means
Formula PDC by PAC at rated.
PAC rated. So actually transformer utilization factor is nothing but the amount of input that is delivered to the load. Here what is the load that we are using? Is it resistor or capacitor or inductor? Right. So we are using a resistive load. So I hope you are able to see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So transformer utilization factor is something. So we are using step up or step down.
Step down.
Right, we are using step down transformer. Then input is AC or DC?
AC.
AC.
AC. So suppose if I am taking the example of half wave rectifier, the load will be resistor. This is RL. This is nothing but a diode. And this is step down transformer. So the amount of input. So first it gets propagated from primary winding to secondary winding. From thereby it flows through the diode when the diode is short circuit. Means it should be forward bias. So that the power gets delivered to the load. And this stuff tells us that the amount of input power that is being delivered to the output is being informed by the stuff. So this is something like this. Transformer utilization factor is nothing but PDC by PAC rated. So how many formulas are there for power? Quick. Power.
3.
Formula for power. First one is
Square
V by. Okay. So these are three, right? Power V into I square R, V square by R. Now if you see here, I'm saying the power is rated. AC rated power is nothing but simply I'm making use of the first formula, which is VRMS into IRMS. So what you know, what is the answer for VRMS? See here, the third point. The secondary voltage is purely sinusoidal, hence its RMS root mean square value is 1 by root 2 times maximum peak. So this is the default value which you need to remember. See here, VRMS is by default it will be Vm by root 2. Whereas Y current is I by 2. Why not I by root 2 here? Are you able to see the difference? So this is the standard power rating of transformer. VRMS is nothing but Vm by root 2. Then why current IRMS is Im by 2? Why not Im by root 2? Yes. So have you remembered the answers for half wave rectifier?
Yes, sir. IRMS is Im by 2.
IRMS is equal to Im by 2. So that's why I'm substituting IRMS is nothing but Im by 2. Whereas VRMS depends upon voltage rating of the transformer, which is Vm by root 2. So first one, the second. And whereas you know about PDC, I think. What is the formula for PDC? I square DC into RL. Whereas we know the answer for IDC from half wave rectifier. IDC is Im by root 2 or Im by pi or Im by 2.
Im by root.
IDC is Im by pi, whereas
IM by
IRMS is, that's it.
Im by 2.
So simply I'm substituting it here. See, IDC is nothing but Im by pi whole square. So it will be Im square by pi square into RL. So I got PDC. And PAC is nothing but VRMS into IRMS. Whereas the standard voltage rating of the transformer is nothing but Vm by root 2. Whereas IRMS, we know that it is Im by 2. So now I got PDC as well as PAC rated. Now try to substitute in this formula and tell me the answer. Substitute PDC and PAC rated in this TUF and tell me the answer. So PDC is nothing but IDC square into RL. IDC is nothing but Im by pi whole square into RL. Whereas PAC is nothing but VRMS into IRMS. VRMS is Vm by root 2. IRMS is Im by 2. Whereas what we know, transformer utilization factor is nothing but PDC by PAC rated. Now you try to substitute PDC and PAC and tell me how much you got. So this will be something like this: Im square RL by, how much you got? Yes, what is the answer?
Im RL 2 root 2 by pi square Vm.
Okay. And what about that note which we have followed? Im is Vm by RF plus
RL.
condition.
RL is greater than RF.
Okay, so that Im will be Vm by RL or RF? RL, because RF is very small, so that I'm neglecting it. Now what you do, you try to substitute here. See here, I can write like this: Vm is nothing but Im into RL. So here you can see Im into RL. I'm replacing this with Vm. Okay. So this will be something like this: Vm into 2 root 2 by pi square Vm. So Vm and Vm gets cancelled. Now tell me the answer: 2 into root 2 by pi square. 1.414 by 3.14 whole square. How much you got? Yes, tell me what's the answer. It will be 0.287. Is it correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So transformer utilization factor, is this for half wave rectifier or full wave rectifier?
Half wave.
We are discussing half wave. So the transformer utilization factor for half wave is 0.287. See, suppose I've told you something called rating of the transformer. So for example, if you take the power rating of the transformer is 1 kilovolt ampere, which is nothing but kilo is nothing but 1000. So 1000 volt ampere. So the maximum tough that is it can deliver is 0.287. So you simply try to multiply this. So 1000 into 0.287, which will be 287 watt. This is the amount of power that is being delivered to load RL in case of half wave rectifier. Clear? Next, peak inverse voltage. So can anyone tell me what is peak inverse voltage? It is the maximum It is the maximum reverse bias voltage that a diode can withstand. So if you see, the maximum value is Vm here, and here it will be minus Vm. So maximum voltage will be for Vm, because in half wave rectifier we are making use of only single diode, right? So the maximum amount of voltage that we can apply is Vm. Suppose, for example, if I'm considering two diodes, something like this in this configuration, then what will be the maximum amount of PIV? Is it Vm or 2Vm? So for every diode, the maximum is Vm. So for second diode is Vm. So the maximum will be approx 2Vm. Okay. So the maximum amount of voltage that a diode can withstand is nothing but peak inverse voltage. So which is nothing but Vm for half wave rectifier. Next, what is form factor? Can anyone tell me without seeing the formula? What is form factor?
It is used to find the shape of output waveform.
Good. It is used to find the shape of output waveform. Formula?
VRMS by VDC.
VRMS by VDC. What is the answer that you got for VRMS of half wave rectifier? VRMS
VM by 2.
VM by 2. VDC?
VM by
VDC VM by pi.
Okay, you try to solve this now. So VM by 2 into pi by VM. VM and VM cancelled. So pi is nothing but 3.14 by 2. Answer? 3.14 divided by 2.
1.57.
It is 1.57.
57.
Good. Therefore, the form factor is nothing but 1.57. So form factor is nothing but it tells us about the shape of output waveform. Next, peak factor. Formula?
VM by VRMS.
Vm by Vrms. So Vm is nothing but maximum voltage, whereas Vrms, what is the answer that you got for Vrms?
By 2.
So this will be something like this. So Vm by 1 into 2 by Vm. So 2 is the answer. Peak factor is 2 for half wave rectifier. So if you are perfect with first 4 parameters, rest everything will be simple. So first one that we have discussed is IDC, VDC. Next is IRMS, VRMS. So once if you are familiar with this, you can derive every parameter. Clear? So these are some of the advantages and disadvantages of half wave rectifier. So can anyone tell me what you have observed from half wave rectifier? What are the disadvantages that you have seen for half wave rectifier?
Only positive side.
Right.
Positive.
Only positive. And
Negative
and what you observed? So what is our main requirement? Do we need output as a DC or AC?
DC.
Output as DC, whereas input that we are providing is AC. And can anyone tell me what is the answer that you got for ripple factor, gamma? Ripple factor. Answer. It is 1.21. Whereas efficiency is? What is the efficiency that we got?
0.04.
Approx 40.6. So should efficiency be more or less?
Less.
Efficiency should be more. So this is a bit small value. So we want a value which should be almost equivalent to 100, but we can't get this much. Almost below 100. So it will be approx in the range of 80 to 100 is enough for us. So efficiency is something which should be in the range of 80 to 100. So this is the small value. This is one of the disadvantage. Whereas ripple is 1.21. So is it good or not?
Yes.
It should be 1 or else it should be 0. So what is meant by ripple?
Noise.
Okay, should noise be more or less?
Yes.
So as noise should be less, this value should be less than 1.21. So this is the amount of value which you got, which is also a disadvantage. Clear? So ripples should be less. Efficiency should be
More.
that's it. So ripple should be less, efficiency should be more. This is one of the disadvantage. As well as we are making use of a single diode, because of which we get only positive half cycle or negative half cycle
Positive.
at the output.
Faster.
That's it. So
Positive
getting
half
only
cycle.
positive half cycle, whereas the next cycle will be blank, which is nothing but 0. Again, next it will be something like this. So this is some of the advantages and disadvantages of half-wave rectifier, and this is a special concept. What is meant by this no center tapped? Center tapping is nothing but here we will tap the secondary winding of the transformer, which we call as center tap. Clear? So we shall see in detail in full wave rectifier. So I hope everyone are clear with half wave rectifier or any more doubts. Because once if you are familiar with those 4 parameters, all the other parameters are easy. And if you understand half wave, full wave will be very easy for you to understand. See now. This is full wave rectifier. So what is the difference? How many types are there in full wave rectifier? First one is
Center tap, the second is bridge. Rectifier.
center tapped. Next one is bridge. So first, now we are discussing first concept, which is center tapped. So you can see it here. Now tell me what kind of transformer is this?
Step down.
Step.
Okay. However, you know about this. The input will be 230 volt, 50 hertz, right? Is this AC or DC?
AC.
AC. Input.
AC.
Input is AC. Our requirement is
DC.
DC. So what is the change that you have seen in half wave rectifier? You have seen only one diode, right? Now here
Yes.
I'm making use of 2 diodes. Why? Why I'm using 2 diodes? Why not one?
Positive circle and negative.
So here I'm getting only positive half at the output, whereas negative is getting clipped. So if something is removed, we call it as clipped. Clipped or removed, both are same. So as I want in this negative half cycle also I want some output. So whereas in case of half wave I'm getting for only one positive, whereas the negative portion is getting clipped. Now what will happen in case of this center tapped? Can anyone tell me what will be the shape of output waveform? So this is nothing but step down transformer. I'm making use of 2 diodes, diode D1 and D2, and here RL is nothing but load. Whereas this portion is nothing but center tapped. So we are tapping the transformer. So this is the diagram for center tapped rectifier. Now we shall see the working of this in 2 cases. As we have seen the working of half wave in 2 cases, we shall continue the same manner for this one also. So for positive half cycle means we know that input is sinusoidal in nature, which contains positive as well as negative half. So in this case, 1. I'm applying only positive portion at the input end, so that the same gets propagated to secondary winding. This is secondary winding, this is primary winding. Okay. Now suppose if I'm considering this is something like this. This is positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative. And here I'm considering as VM and here VM. Now tell me which diode will get on and which one will be off and why. Yes, anyone? So I'm applying something like this. For diode D1, here it will be positive and negative. For diode D2, input is negative and something here I'm applying positive. Now tell me the forward and reverse bias characteristics. First diode D1 will be forward bias or reverse bias?
Forward.
Why forward bias?
Positive we are applying.
As P is connected to positive terminal and is connected to negative terminal. See
Negative
this here, something it will be like this. Negative to negative, positive to positive. So it is forward bias. If it is forward bias, short circuit or open circuit?
Short circuit.
Short.
Okay. It is also called as
On.
so
On.
simply diode D1 is on. Next, you tell me for diode D2.
Off.
Why?
Off.
Reverse bias because it is
Reverse.
That's it. It is reverse
field
bias.
circuit.
Open circuit, short circuit.
Open circuit.
Open.
Okay. Also called as So simply diode D2 is off. Can anyone tell me the equivalent diagram? So again, I'm trying to draw it. Till here, everything is same. And as you're saying, the diode D1 is on, so it is short circuit, whereas diode D2 is open circuit. Clear till here? Make use of center tap. And I'm applying load RL. Here I'm taking output. I'm taking output at this portion across the load. So this is diode D1 which is on and diode D2 which is off. Now tell me the direction of flow of current. So here you can expect the flow of current, right? How will it flow? From here.
Positive.
So as this is open circuit, so I'm trying to erase this one, you see. So as this is open circuit, I'm trying to remove this portion, this wire also. Okay. So this will look something like this. Right or wrong? So the flow of current will be something like this. Here, next through the load. Again, it will try to tap this transformer. Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now can anyone tell me for case number 2, you try to apply the negative half cycle and tell me the diagram for negative half cycle. It. So this is nothing but step down.
D1 will be negative by reverse bias.
Okay. D1 will be
Reverse bias.
okay. Which is off or on?
Off.
Okay. D2 is
D.
forward bias on. So I'm trying to draw the diagram. So it is off. Here it is on. Next I'm connecting the center tap. Here load RL. So which portion should I remove now? As
D1.
it is off, so I'm trying to remove this. See here. Now tell me how will the current flow?
From
Something it will be like
positive
this.
it will
Again
In
through
negative.
the diode, and again it will come to this portion. You better try to follow these arrows. Are you able to understand this? So simply it is trying to flow like this. Again it is tapping the transformer. This is case number 2, whereas this is case number 1. So are you clear with this? In 2 cases?
Yes.
Or any doubts? Anyone? So the working will be very simple, but the complex part is while trying to derive the parameters, it will be a bit complex. So the working of half wave, full wave and bridge rectifier, they're very easy once if you understand the concept of forward bias, reverse bias. That's it. As you are able to answer, so I hope you are clear. So now tell me what will be the shape of waveform. So why I'm getting 2 positive halves at the output. This is the output. Why I got this output? Whereas for half wave rectifier, what happened?
only positive.
Only positive half I got, whereas negative got clipped. Now, what is the change in this full wave rectifier?
There is no negative, direct positive.
See, for this negative half cycle also, I am getting the output now. Whereas for positive, the same output will be there, however. Whereas for a negative also, I am getting the output. See, generally AC is something which is alternating in nature. Means at each and every instant of time, the voltage will be different. See, suppose better I'm considering this as 2 volt. This is something 4 and the stop peak is 5 volt. See, if this is suppose at time this is 0. Suppose this is 2. This is 4. Roughly, I'm taking some time intervals. So as this is half, I'm considering this portion as 1. At instant t is equal to 1. What is the voltage? The maximum voltage is 5.
5.
In the same manner, at t is equal to, which is less than 1, suppose. This will be approximately, it might be 4. And furthermore, if it is less than 1, the output will be 2. So what you can observe here, at each and every instant of time, the voltage is varying. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Then for negative half cycle, why I'm getting this positive half? Why not negative like this only? Why I'm getting positive? As our requirement is DC, I want output to be constant with respect to time, right or wrong? Okay, see, but for half wave rectifier, I'm getting only one positive, whereas negative is clipped. So for full wave, I'm getting something like this. So approximately, if you try to follow this peak voltage, it is almost equivalent to DC, which is maintaining constant, right or wrong? Whereas what is happening for this? For half wave, so here it will be 5 volt. Whereas if you see at this instant of time, the output is 0.
0.
At this instant, 5.
5.
Again, it will be 0, 5. Whereas if you see in a full wave, constantly it is maintaining maximum 5 volt. So that's the requirement. We are shifting from half wave to full wave. Our main requirement is DC, which should be something like this, right? So as it is positive, this is also good, but compared to half wave, this is the performance of full wave rectifier will be a bit better compared to half wave. Why? Because it is maintaining a constant peak voltage Vm. Clear? Can anyone explain me this waveform once again? What's happening exactly? Yes, guys. Anyone? Working. So in case number 1, during positive half cycle, diode D1 is on, diode D2 is
off.
Okay. Next.
In case 2, diode D1 is off and D2 is on.
D1 is off and D2 is
On.
So for one positive half cycle, I got the rectified output, and for the negative also I got the positive rectified output. So here you can see IL is nothing but I1 plus I2. Why I got this? What is I1 and what is I2? So here one type of current is flowing, right? So I'm considering this current as I1 in case of case number 1. In case 2 also current is flowing. See, you can see these arrows. This is current I2. So I'm considering this for case 2. So if I put together, I1 plus I2 is something which is equivalent to IL. Why IL? See, as I'm considering a load RL, there should be a current through it, right? So if I consider that current as IL. So can anyone tell me what is the formula for KCL? Full form of KCL, and what is the answer? See, suppose this is I1, this is I2, this is IL. Can anyone tell me what is KCL? It is Kirchhoff's
current law.
Okay. Sum of current entering is equal to?
Sum of current leaving.
So by using this graph, you tell me the answer. Entering is equal to leaving. Here, which one is entering? I1 is entering or leaving? This is node.
Entering.
So this is entering. I2?
Entering.
IL?
Entering.
Entering. So I can write it as I1 plus I2 plus
IL
is equal to 0. Now for this one, you tell me. For now?
I1 plus I2 is equal to IL.
1 plus I2 equal to IL.
So the same thing is applicable for that load current IL also. The same thing is happening at a node. See, if we see the entire diagram, this will look something like this. So this is the entire diagram. If you see this, the current that is flowing in diode D1 is something I'm considering as I1, whereas this one is I2. So this both the currents will flow through RL or not? Guys, are they entering or leaving? They are entering. So that simply the overall current across this load, which is nothing but IL, is something which is nothing but the sum of individual currents I1 and I2. Whereas this is because of diode D1, this is because of diode D2. Clear with this concept? So 100% you can expect one of the long question directly either from half wave rectifier or full wave rectifier. So the working is very easy. So the important thing is this analysis part. So if you are familiar with those 4 parameters, this will be also very easy. And now let us see the analysis part. Again, the same concept repeats. We need to discuss all those 11 parameters. But can anyone tell me what is the change here? In half-wave rectifier, the limits are from 0 to pi plus pi to 2 pi, right?
Pi
Here,
to
which one is getting cancelled? In half-wave?
This second one, pi to 2
This
pi.
is getting cancelled. Why? As I'm getting?
Not getting half, negative half circle.
That's it. So this is for half-wave rectifier, which is correct. Now what will happen for full wave? Which one will get cancelled for full wave now? Will both be present or?
Both will be present.
That's it. So I need to integrate from 0 to pi as well as from pi to 2 pi. And the summation of the positive and negative half cycle is nothing but the output. Again, the same concept applicable. So let us see. So what you know from IDC? IDC is 1 by 2 pi.
Integration
0 to pi.
Im sin omega t d omega t.
D omega t. Okay, next. This will be 0 to pi. Im sin omega t d omega t plus pi to 2 pi Im sin omega t d omega t. Tell me the answer. You try to solve it. As you know, the integration of what is the integration of sine?
Cos.
Cos or minus cos?
Minus cos.
Minus cos theta.
Better solve it quickly and tell me the answer. How much you are getting? Anywhere, if you are having doubt, let me know so that I'll solve it again for you. So only if you are responding, what about remaining? At the same time, I'm not received the assignments from majority of you. Only Tanvi submitted till now. So if you're having any kind of trouble, let me know.
Sir, we have finished, sir. We want to submit.
So better try to submit because automatically it will get closed down by 12th.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so try to upload it before 12th only.
Okay, sir.
So what is the answer? Yes. What is the answer? IDC is?
Sir, 1 by 2 pi into 2 Im plus 4 Im by 2 pi. 4m by 2 pi.
See, better I'll discuss here itself. So we are done with this formula. Okay, I nothing but Im sin omega t after substituting. So I took Im as common here. Here Im and here Im common. So integration of sine is something which is minus cos omega t. So here you can see the values also. Cos pi is minus 1. Next is cos 2 pi 1. Cos 0 is 1. So I got IDC is nothing but 1 by 2 pi. Im as common. So minus of cos pi, which is nothing but minus 1. Here is nothing but cos pi. Minus into minus is something plus. Cos 0 is 1. Okay. So again Im common. Minus of cos 2 pi something which is 1. So it is 1. Minus cos pi is minus 1. Okay. So I got something like this. 1 by 2 pi Im into 1 plus 1 plus Im into minus 1 minus 1. So this is something equivalent to 2Im plus 2Im, which is 4Im. So 4Im by 2 pi. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So this is something 2Im by
pi.
So IDC is nothing but 2Im by pi for full wave rectifier. Whereas for half wave?
Im by pi.
Im by pi. This is for half wave rectifier. Next for as you know this condition, I'm not discussing it. So what is the answer for VDC? For half wave rectifier, you tell me first.
2V half wave rectifier.
Vm
by pi.
Okay. Full wave?
2 Vm by pi.
This is a full wave rectifier. I hope you are able to solve this, right? or else should I solve it again? Anyone? Please let me know. Because as we have discussed in detail for half wave rectifier, I'm just telling you the overview, and this is a small change, integrating it for both the intervals of time. Do you want me to solve, or is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, right. Next, IRMS. How much we got for half wave?
IM by 2.
IRMS is something which is IM by 2. And this is one of the important derivation for full wave. Better you try to solve this. Again, everything is same. So you know this formula. IRMS is square root of 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi I square d omega t.
I square d omega.
So I is nothing but Im sin omega t. You try to substitute and solve. So this is square. So that will be Im square sin square omega t. So what is the formula for sin square theta?
1 minus cos 2 theta by 2.
That's it. So if you know this formula, you can derive it easily. See here. Im square sin square theta, I'm replacing something like this. Here theta is nothing but omega t. So I got for 2 half cycles. Next, what I'm doing is I'm trying to take here 2 as common, right? So it will be something 4 pi. So if you apply square root for this 4 pi, I'll get something 2 root pi. Okay. Or else at the output also you can take, or else better you try to follow this procedure. This is something which is 1 by root 2 pi. So individually I'm applying square root. This will be from 0 to pi. Here I'm writing it something like this. Im square by 2 into 1 minus cos omega t. Same thing. Im square by 2 into 1 minus cos 2 omega t. Now you try to solve this. Integration of cos is?
Sine.
Integration of cos is sine. Whereas integration of sine is?
Minus cos.
So once if you are familiar with these two, it's enough. So cos is nothing but sine 2 omega t by 2. Why I got 2 here? Yes. Integration of cos 2 theta is sine 2t by 2.
Theta.
Whereas if it is for differentiation, it will be 2 into sine 2t. I hope you know this. So integration of cos 2 theta is something which is sine 2 theta by 2. Suppose if it is for differentiation, it will be 2 into sine 2 theta.
Sine 2.
So now I'm trying to substitute a limit. So first here, next here. So this is pi minus 0. Here sine 2 sine 0. I got this. Next again, here 2 pi minus pi. Minus of cos 2 into 2 pi, which is nothing but 4 pi by 2
pi by 2.
minus
Sine
cos
2
2 pi by 2. Okay, what is the value of sine pi, sine 2 pi? Values of sine. So better while solving this, you make use of a calci. See here, sine pi is 0, 2 pi is 0, 3 pi. So simply sine n pi is nothing but 0. N can be anything, 1 to so on. Okay. So what I'll get after solving this, IRMS is something which is Im by root 2. Whereas for half wave, what we got? IRMS is
Im by 2.
Im by 2. So better first you be perfect with half wave rectifier so that full wave will be very easy. Next, what is the condition? Im is Vm by
RF plus RL.
condition. You know this condition, I think.
RF
RL is
plus RL. RL is greater than RF.
so that RF is neglected. So that Im will be
Vm by RL.
You try to substitute this condition and you'll get one more thing. Vm by RL into 1 by root 2. So here RF stands for forward resistance or reverse resistance.
Forward resistance.
That's it. RF stands for forward resistance. So clear how I got IRMS? And can anyone tell me now what will be the answer for VRMS?
Vm by root 2.
That's it. VRMS is nothing but Vm by root 2. Whereas for half wave, VRMS is
Vm by 2.
Vm by 2. So better be perfect with this. So everybody able to follow or not? Because I'm getting response from only one. Only if you are responding. But I'll try to ask some random questions because others should also respond. Rule number 16.
Sir.
Yes, can you tell me what is meant by efficiency? Formula for efficiency.
Sir, 1 minute.
Efficiency. Simply, if I ask efficiency, you need to say like is something which is output by input.
Input.
It is sometimes it's also called as gain also. So for half wave rectifier, how much you got efficiency? 16. Rule number 16. Efficiency for half wave rectifier. It is
40.6.
it is 40.6. Efficiency should be more or less.
More.
Efficiency should be more, whereas ripple should be
Less.
So better you remember this. Ripple should be less. Efficiency should be more. So done. Next, see here. This is nothing but efficiency. Efficiency is something which is PDC by PAC. Now, without seeing this slide, you try to solve and tell me the answer. Rule number 14. Formula for PDC. Rule number 14.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What is the formula for PDC?
I square DC into RL.
RL. PAC is
IRMS square into RF plus RL.
RF plus RL. So you know the values, right? Now you try to apply the answer that you got for full wave rectifier. Okay. So how much you got for IDC?
4IM square by.
Only tell me the value of IDC. IDC, only IDC. IDC is IM by?
IM by
2 IM by pi or IM by pi?
2 IM by pi.
2 IM by pi. So 2 IM by pi whole square into RL by. How much you got for IRMS?
IRMS is equals to VM by RL into 1 by root. IM by root 2.
IM by root 2. So IM by root 2 whole square into RF plus RL. Now you solve this, you'll get the answer. So concentrate only on first 4 parameters. That is enough for you. Yes, how much you got?
8 by pi square.
Do you want me to solve?
8 by pi square.
8 by pi square. You try to solve pi is something which is 3.14 whole square. I'll show it here.
8.11.
IRMS, IM by root 2. IDC is 2 IM by pi square minus 1. You solve this and tell me. We shall end this session. How much you got? How much?
Zero 0.46.
0.6.
46.
0.46. See here, I'm solving it. Im and Im cancel. So this is something which is pi by 2 into root 2 whole square minus 1. So once if you solve this, I got 0.4834 approx. So now tell me which one is better? Is it for full wave or half wave? Ripples. Ripples should be more or
Full wave.
less.
Less. Full wave.
Ripples should be less.
Less.
See, full wave is better compared to half wave. Why? Because
Half wave.
there are less number of ripples. 0.4 is less compared to 1.21.
Wow.
Okay, any more doubts till here? It's almost 11:10, I think. Okay. So any doubts? Because only if you are responding. Give me a second, I'll download the attendance. If anyone are facing the problem in order to submit the assignment, let me know, because wait, I'll show you here. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
See, only 2 submitted. In that, by mistake, Saujanya has written the PPT, I guess. So see here. If you submit your assignment, it will show like this to me. So roll number 17 by mistake, she submitted it since. So I got assignment of Tanvi, she already submitted. So expecting the same from others also. So if you have not seen itself, rule number 30. Rule number 30, rule number 12, 10. So I got from Sai Chandra. So rule number 4.
Yes, sir.
I have not received, but it's showing as handed in. But I'll try to check once again. Okay, so others. So I think Suleiman has submitted. Once I'll check. No. So 12th is the last date. So better try to submit. Actually, this work is very easy, guys, because everything is available in the internet itself. But you need to go through it and you need to study and you need to copy paste. That's it. Suppose if you are okay with the answers, you can type also. So better do it because only one day is left. Okay. Okay. Shall I end? Or any more doubts? No more doubts, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay. Thank you then.
Excuse me, sir.